In this lesson, we will see listening test of HSK2. First, let's see the test structure. Unlike old HSK2, we only have 3 parts for our listening. Totally, we have 25 questions, and you have 17 minutes to complete. Reading and writing will be done after listening. Because they play the audio at the very beginning, that's why you always do the listening first. Total testing time is 60 minutes, including answering from your draft paper to the answering paper. If you chose paper test already, and you still have time to enter the classroom and write down your names and your ID, so the total time is around 60 minutes. If you want bilingual subtitles, these can be downloaded from Patreon and after your purchasing. Contact us when you have problems downloading. Now, listening steps, quite easy. Skip the nonsense, read all the information, then do the answers. At the beginning of each part, you will hear many useless sentences. First, they will let you know which part it is, as well as the question numbers. For example, 第一部分，第1到5题, it means part 1 from question 1 to question 5. Later on, they will tell you the request of the question. For example, 听一句话，选择正确图片. It means listen to one sentence. You have to choose the picture to match what you have heard. 每题听2次 means you have twice for each question. So each question or conversation will be played twice. Last one is 例如 followed by the example sentence. So all of these are not useful. You just need to use the time to read all the information, pictures on the paper, and get ready for your coming questions. So at the beginning of each part, you will hear these useless sentences. So just be careful, and whenever you hear numbers, for example, question number 1 or question number 2, these means the listening really starts. So we need to emphasize again, always see the pictures or choices first, and make sure you can understand the keywords given here. So what if I cannot understand the whole sentence? No worries, we will let you know. Even if you could only partially understand the sentence, you will still be able to get the correct answers. So later on, we will let you see the pictures, conversation, and also the information when we are doing the sample paper. So when you do the sample paper with us, please do it by yourself first and check the answers later on. Part 1 is to pick a picture after listening to the sentence. There are 5 questions, and each question will be played twice.
第一部分，第1到5题，听一句话，选择正确图片。每题听2次。例如，
我每天坐公交车去上班。
我每天坐公交车去上班。
The first question is always the example, but they will play the audio anyway, so just ignore the first sentence. So let's see the picture. A is a bus, B is a plane, C is a bike. The sample sentence is 我每天坐公交车去上班. The key word here is 公交车, because from A, B, C, these 3 pictures, you will see the sentence will be talking about transportation. So when you hear the sentence, you don't have to take care of all the details in the sentence. You just need to know the most important information in each sentence. For example, here, it's talking about transportation. So as long as we can hear 公交车, then we will know A is the correct answer. Because HSK 1 and 2, these two are kind of easy. So The question and the sentences will be quite straightforward. As long as you can understand the keywords, then you don't have problems picking out the correct answer. Part 2 is to pick a picture to match the conversation. There are 10 questions, and for each question, you can listen twice. The first question is the example, but they will play the audio anyway, so use the time to read the rest of the information. And you have to pay attention. Each choice can be used once only, including the example.
第二部分，第6到15题，听对话，选择最匹配的图片。每题听2次。例如，
你喜欢什么运动？
我最喜欢踢足球。
你喜欢什么运动？
我最喜欢踢足球。
In this example, picture D already matched the conversation. It means D cannot be used again for your other questions and conversations. That's why D is not included in your choices. You can only choose from A, B, C, E, F. So, when you hear one conversation and you're not sure which one is the correct answer, no worries, because you can just leave it blank, and later on, when you finish answering the rest of the questions, you will find out there is only one answer left, and that answer should be the correct answer for the blank, because all of the questions can be used once only. And in this conversation, you will see what kind of sports or exercise do you like the most. And she said, I like playing soccer. So the key word here is soccer. Even if you do not know other phrases or the whole sentence meaning, as long as you remember how to say soccer in Chinese, then you should be able to pick picture D. So keywords, they will help you a lot. So just listen carefully and catch the keyword. Here we only showed one picture, but from this picture you can see the lady is playing football. So it will be talking about your hobbies or exercising. That's why soccer, exercise, or leisure time, these should be the keyword. As long as you can catch the keyword, no problems.